and welcome to your lesson on finding the main idea of a fiction text. So we're going to do finding the main idea, fiction text. So what is main idea? The main idea is what the text is mostly about. So it's usually stated in a single sentence, sometimes two with fiction. I will show you that later. The main idea is basically a one-sentence summary. So you have a passage, a text, and that is going to be one-sentence summary. That's the main idea. It's going to include specific details about the text. For example, it's going to have character names, places, and events. So, finding the main idea in a fiction text. So fiction stories include a problem and solution. That's how stories work. There's going to be a problem, and the characters are going to try and solve it some way. You can use this SWBST, somebody wanted but then so, to create a main idea statement. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Here's our example. Cinderella wanted to go to the ball, but her evil stepmother wouldn't let her go. So she got a fairy godmother and then met her Prince Charming. So the S is somebody who is the main character. Wanted, what did that main character want? What was the problem? So how did the character try and solve the problem? And the last is the resolution. What was the resolution to the story? Now we're going to discuss theme. So theme is different than the main idea. The theme is the message the author wants you to take away from the story. So you're going to ask yourself, what does the author hope the reader realizes or learns? I've listed some common themes here. Love conquers all. Friendship can be found in strangers. Never give up. And believe in yourself. So notice that these aren't just sentences. You wouldn't say the theme is love. You're going to say love conquers all. You're not going to say the theme is friendship. You're going to have to write a sentence about that. So here's a little chart, the theme versus the main idea. So the theme, like I said, is the lesson or the moral. That's something we can learn through the character's choices and experiences. This is broad. It can be applied to multiple texts, the same theme. The main idea is that single sentence summary of the text. This is going to have specific details about one text. It's not going to be able to be in different texts. Now they are both a single sentence. So our theme example, one should never quit wishing because dreams really can come true. And then the main idea is going to be that sentence I said before. Cinderella wanted to go to the ball, but her evil stepmother wouldn't let her go. So she got a fairy godmother and then met her Prince Charming. So can you see how these are different? This is broad. This could be many different stories. This main idea is specifically about the story of Cinderella. So just like with nonfiction, we are going to annotate our text to help us understand. Step 1, you're going to chunk out the text by paragraph. Split it up into easy chunks to digest. Now read each paragraph and highlight similar ideas in each paragraph. Ask yourself, what is this chunk mostly about? That's your gist. And now write the gist next to that paragraph. So we have our story. It's called The Fox and the Crow. One bright morning, as the fox was following his sharp nose through the wood in search of a bite to eat, he saw a crow on the limb of a tree overhead. This was by no means the first crow the fox had ever seen. What caught his attention this time and made him stop for a second look was that the lucky crow held a bit of cheese in her beak. No need to search any farther, thought sly Master Fox. Here's a dainty bite for my breakfast. Up he trotted to the foot of the tree in which the crow was sitting, and looking up admiringly, he cried, "Good morning, beautiful creature." The crow, her head cocked on one side, watched the fox suspiciously. but she kept her beak tightly closed on the cheese and did not return his greeting. "What a charming creature she is," said the fox. "How her feathers shine! What a beautiful form and what splendid wings! Such a wonderful bird should have a very lovely voice, since everything else about her is so perfect. Could she sing just one song? I know I should hail her Queen of Birds." Listening to these flattering words, the crow forgot all of her suspicion and also her breakfast. She wanted very much to be called Queen of Birds, so she opened her beak wide to utter her loudest caw, and down fell the cheese straight into the fox's mouth. "Thank you," said Master Fox sweetly as he walked off, "though it is cracked. You have a voice sure enough, but where are your wits?" So, the first step is to go through each paragraph and highlight those words that are similar, related to each other, and repeated. So here, the first one I've done already. We see the word fox, we see the word crow, and we're seeing bite to eat. So he's looking for a bite to eat. Now we're going to take those ideas and write a gist next to it. So Fox is hungry and he's looking for food. He sees Crow eating some cheese. That is our gist of the first paragraph. Now our second paragraph. See, I put these two together since they were shorter. We got to see the word search, breakfast, beautiful. He's admiring her, Crow and Fox again. So you're going to take that. What happened there? What is that mostly about? So Fox has an idea for breakfast. He walks up to Crow and calls to her. So the crow, we see again, fox, beak, and cheese. Crow thinks Fox is sus and doesn't say hello. That's what happened in that paragraph. Now we see the word charming, beautiful, splendid, wonderful, perfect, sing, Queen of Birds. So Fox is complimenting Crow a bunch and he tries to make her sing. Now we see flattering, breakfast, Crow's forgetting, beak, cheese, open mouth. And our gist, Crow is flattered and wants to show off. She drops her cheese into Fox's mouth. Now we see Fox, we see voice, and we see wits. So Fox makes fun of Crow for falling for his trick as he walks off. So those are our gist of each paragraph. That's how we annotated. Now, problem and solution. Stories include a problem and solution. Finding them helps the reader better understand the story. So just to refresh, problem refers to a difficult situation the character is facing, and solution refers to how the character fixes that problem. So what is the solution in The Fox and the Crow? Well, the problem is Fox is hungry and he's searching for food. His solution, we just went through. Fox sees Crow with food in her beak, and then Fox tricks Crow by flattering her. Crow drops her food into Fox's mouth. That's our problem, and that's how he solves it. Now, why was that important? Well, that's going to be important to making our summary statement. Now we've done 1 through 4. We've found the problem and solution, and now we're going to write our statement. Who is the somebody? Fox. What did he want? To eat. What was his problem? He didn't have any food. So Fox tricked Crow into dropping her food into his mouth. Then Fox was satisfied. So our summary statement, Fox wanted to eat, but he didn't have any food. So he tricked Crow into dropping her food into his mouth, and then Fox was satisfied. That is our main idea summary for this fiction text. Now, for theme, we're going to look at what lesson does Crow learn in this story. So there's a lesson to be learned. What do you think Crow learns at the end? She drops her food into Fox's mouth. How do you think she feels about that? The crow learns that don't trust Fox even if he's saying nice things. The next step is what can we as readers learn from Crow's lesson? So she learned not to trust Fox even though he was flattering her. So how can we take that and apply it to our lives? Well, I wrote, so there's more than one possible answer here. Never fall for flattering words. There's out to trick you, eat your food. And another possible answer, beware of flattery. Just worded slightly different. So as long as you have something about flattery and, not trusting everybody that you meet, those are all going to be acceptable themes for this story. So let's review theme versus main idea. The theme we just said, beware of flattery and never fall for flattering words. And the main idea here, you can see it's clearly different. This one has the words fox, it has crow, it has his specific problem and solution. It's a summary of that text, the crow and the fox. This doesn't say anything about crow, doesn't say anything about fox. It's generic information for the reader, a lesson that you can learn as a reader. So that is our lesson. I hope that it was easy for you to understand and that you will have a fun time working with theme and main idea in fiction stories. See ya.